So late June, early July, our wonderful Deutzia strawberry fields has just finished flowering, and we've now can do a few things just to improve its performance next year. We're not saying it wasn't wonderful this year, but Deutzias grow in a certain way and their flowering stems get older and older and need to be cut out. Next year's best flowers will come from a great strand of new growth like that. What they won't come so well from is an old branch like this with a rather droopy habit. You know, it's old wood, and to get the best results from next year, if we look back along the stem, we see there's a bold new shoot there. So for best results next year and to tidy the bush up, we're going to remove a piece of growth like that. And when we look more closely, there again you see a wonderful piece of new growth coming up, and a floppy bit of this year, or old growth with this year's flowers on. And let's get rid of that, and next year that'll be creating the best flowers. And if we look across the bush, you can see there's a couple of huge leading stems that will eventually flop over in a couple of years. That's where the biggest and the best flowers are going to come from. They're not going to come from old wood like this. So go back on the stem, until we find a nice bit of new growth. And there's one way back there. And let's just gently take out another piece, and look what we're left with. We're left with a reinvigorated, sturdier bush. And as we start to get into here a bit, and we look across, you can see that a lot of the old wood has rather flopped over, and you can see very clearly how the new shoots are coming out from the top. I think we might leave this another year or so, and then I think we'll cut it right back to the base and let it shoot up again. It's beginning to grow over the drive. It's wonderful, but it needs rejuvenating, a bit like you might rejuvenate a clump of hydrangeas and cut them down every so often. The end result will you'll get more flowers, you'll get bigger flowers, and you'll improve the longevity of your plant. Next door to me here, we've got another lovely looking Deutzia. Oh, actually, I think it's a Philadelphus, come to think of it. You can see the same issue with these new shoots rising up from the stems, and the older wood beginning to hang down and look a bit scruffy. Obviously, there's plenty of flower here still to come, plenty of enjoyment to be had from that. But this too merits a good hard prune, not every year, not all of it, but just tidying it up to keep the shape of the bush and to get the best flowering results. Doesn't take very long, quite easy, but well worth doing.